Indian stock market right now have become an anti-AI market, So the reason is that our Indian IT has not been able to capitalize on this particular disruption, and hence, whenever the semiconductor stocks or AI stocks do well, either in US or in Asia, we don't perform. When those stocks go down, we perform in those days. So last 2-3 days, we have seen that Indian stocks have been doing well because there was a decent correction happening in the semiconductor stocks in US as well as in Asian markets. Today the handover is little different. रात को US market we have seen that semiconductor stocks have gone up. उसका impact आज सुबह Asian markets में दिखा. Nikkei, which is Japanese index, is up by 5%. Korean index cusp is up by 15%. So this kind of movement we are seeing in these markets, and hence for us it will be a challenging day because the Indian IT stocks like Infosys will be down today, and it will also pull down the index. But this has happened at a little wrong time because we are almost on the cusp of breaking the critical levels on Nifty. Now, what is the critical level? On the hourly chart and weekly chart, both says that the level is 24,400 approximately. And that's the level this is that range in which we are trading for so long now. If you see this, I think this hourly chart shows that we have entered into this range somewhere, somewhere I think around April. Yeah, we entered into this in first time in April, and it's already 4 months. We are just moving, in that range only. So if we're able to breach that, I think then easily 1,000-point rally is possible in Nifty, and that's the same thing is also shown in the weekly chart, as I'll just show you that. See, this is my weekly chart, and this clearly indicates that there is a massive ceiling over there. Once we break that, we reach somewhere here, which is on 25,600. So this is, and today's Friday, where my weekly candle will be formed for this week, and if today we are able to somehow close above 2400, would be a big booster for the bulls in my view, and will give a lot of fuel to the bulls next week to go and accelerate themselves. And if it doesn't happen, then we will continue to be in the range of 23,500 to 24,400 the weekly longer term chart, in the short term chart between 23,800 and 24,400. So this is the overall contour. From trading perspective, अगर निफ्टी 24,200 के नीचे स्लिप होता है शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए, you can attempt short. If it goes above 24,400, then short term, maybe long term, we should stick to long positions. It may give us good results. With this, thank you very much. Have a good trading day.